Dita Amangwase, the Rose ya and also Ewakana. Facebook Live and YouTube ye Oyerepa FM and OyerepaFMonline.com.
News.
No sia abo Oyerepa 100.7 FM so nie ya mamu nyina dwom anwumre nsam do efro mamu ni ama hodom so na busafo ye de tuma ni Facebook YouTube ye da mu live ye wo Kumasi Adum Prisons runabout Bosheba building na de di ma akotere bi ni say eno me so for hisika sem so ye raken operata komra hye bi afie de ya ko homasika afeda de ne tudwa na o kire say e free afeda konom say yewo sika bia uyiyi ye na ma be for kwantempo so friend say electronic transactions no e ho tro ye ba betua
na yewra kenofori atakro ya ne de wato budget ni din agenkwa budget sentia wa friend agenkwa no wa hyeda esisi ne pompompompo ye de ni nyina aposo ensem bebrem
napko fonso asemban no kan de fa wo no ho eno nso montwan
na ya kwan so to ahodo e wo ho no wo si ye bebubu ni nyina agu ne mu ada ho yo na so bibi foforo ba besi anan
ora kenofori atakro ya to aso ese omo ba no mu nimisa Ghana 40 ahokyere mu bre ma wo hye boso oba obeye niam ma ho taba oba ye no so de won ose ayo we ne eye chen mfie bi abese no ku
na wa kire kwani aban no obeso ofaso na oman no kwasi bremba ka se obedan no entrepreneurial nation yes ebe yo mania obi abetimi bi wono asa adwuma kakra bi na ye nyina ye de akoye ni mu
ora kenofrata sadi to dwabiem sese de na nado befa oman no na niam anye na so wa sakra mu ama oman na gina papa mu nyina filifili mu hunu bi
na ye be free budget nkomodie mu ne akonsem from LGBTQI tamale kropon mu nkramokuo bi a wo ho kire se obi a ye bechew ene wegu asu wo ye be ma na wakofa be ma ana oba na wo fa ba wasam kra de anhwa ye ni
ani asam no adoso pa bin matifin ye de gwonom de amamonti ye ni asia ewo abefo atena ye dodo no OyerepaFMonline.com I promise FMonline.com tune in to Oyerepa radio ho ye kwa dem de Facebook Oyerepa radio YouTube Oyerepa FM ye di asia ye wadwen kire ye manu akwa aba budget no na aba beto dwa no adwen kire ya wo ho fa bra brepe bekenka Emmanuel Odro ne dom no na tintimbochi dom ama ye sinkonwa ye somo social distance na bazada of atafrempo ni medin na nuanom
ekwesi eduwa na afi
oduefo na na sabere pinaman abusafo ensem no enie ye de kan asem na ya kire mu dada se ene enomenso afo hwesika sem so yera ken oforeta komra hyebedwafie edi afida sika oman ye de bebo ye ho bra yakọ homasika no budget no ode kotu dwa na emu bi ene sem efri afida January kona no se yewo sika dwadie bi wo ho wudi sa sika dwadie na eto ho a oba betua te se bia wonam moba mo ne so na woyi sika bi wo sande wo so koyie ho to ebeba ya ye betua afi wako sika krabia na woye te se sika juma enam abe for kwantempo so friend say electronic transactions ni na oba betua ti wa to din electronic tax ana e-tax na yentie enchechemo de mai.
Mr. Speaker, it has become clear that there is this enormous potential to increase tax revenue by bringing into the tax bracket transactions that could be best defined as being undertaken in the informal economy. After considerable deliberation, government has decided to place a levy on all electronic transactions to widen the tax net and rope in the informal sector. This shall be known as the Electronic Transaction Levy or E-Levy. Mr. Speaker, electronic transactions covering mobile money payments, electronic mobile money payments, bank transfers, merchant payments, and e-mode remittances will be charged at an applicable rate of 1.75%, which shall be borne by the sender, except e-mode remittances, which will be borne by the recipient. Mr. Speaker, to safeguard efforts being made to enhance financial inclusion and protect the vulnerable, all transactions that add up to 100 Ghana cedis or less per day, which is approximately 3,000 Ghana cedis per month, will be exempt from this levy. A portion of the proceeds from the e-levy will be used to support entrepreneurship, youth employment, cybersecurity, digital and road infrastructure, among others. Mr. Speaker, taxi Oyerepa yinina betio.
Na orake no frata ewie ya pɛ no ɛna ɛdom kuma ɛwɔ mmerɛhyɛ bedwafie no wɔn panyin abɛde kyerɛ kane na wɔhwɛ ahoɔden ne ho nsɛm so deputy energy minister ɛbra na ɔman pendada John Dramani Mahama ɛwɔ hɔ no ora John Ginapo ɛde to dwa sɛ ɛdom kuma no ɛntena hɔ ɛma saa atuo wei no yɛnyi ntum da saa wɔ ha mu nkyɛmu baako ne ɛkyerɛpo ɛnso ne num 1.75% ɛwɔ saa e-tax no ho no wɔsɛ never wɔn nte aseɛ.
Quick one. Ladies and gentlemen, let me make it clear that the minority will not support any tax measures that would impoverish the ordinary Ghanaian. If you want to tax Momo, you want to tax remittances, you want to deceive the people of Ghana by telling them not to pay road tolls, but to go to DVLA and pay that same amount, the minority in parliament stands with the people of Ghana, will do whatever it takes to ensure that the already impoverished Ghanaian, the Ghanaian who is suffering under excruciating inflation, will not be affected. And we'll do everything possible to ensure that that is done. The English speaking, the minimum. Niaye can say, sa budgeti at the Ohau, at the Oyene, at the Ahuchre and every Ghana for. Finance Minister, episode increasing taxes no, Sika ye Jeffrey at no, from 55 billion to 80 billion. Now say your taxes are increasing by 45%. Ye don kumano, ye ne Ghana for, ye nyin tumu ne, ye nyin tumu china. Say what's the memo? I have friend mobile money, Emma Onana, our tia Krasia. Finance Minister, Ken Oforeta ne Akufo-Addo, ene Dr. Bamia, se omo jisa esikani bi. Se o amanone na wo sani sika kakra bi kura ba se yemfa mwa efia. Aban we MPP aban se omo jisa esikani bi. Yenyi ntumu ne, yenyi ntumu china. Nti yenemo
ɛne a mote yei ɛyɛ owura John Ginapo kane na ɔyɛ deputy energy minister ɛnɛ owura Kenoforata ɛde saa e-tax ho nsɛm to dwa no deɛ ɔka fa ho ɛno no
yetu so da so gyina mu a budget ɛne ho nsɛnsɛm emu ɛnɛ yɛra Kenoforata kɔto budget ni di agenkwa budget na kyɛ sɛ aba ɛbɛgye yɛn ya ɔhaw ne atete a ɛnam wɔ ahokyɛ ne sikasɛm mu no budget we de ɛne aba pa ma yɛ ho bɛdwe yɛn yɛda yɛbɛda afi etwa mu 2021 de no ɔto din ɔbaatampa na kyɛ sɛ budget bia ɛwɔ din a yɛde ɛbɛfrɛ no yɛra Kenoforata keka nsɛm no a kyerɛkyerɛ mu kyerɛ sɛ 2022 budget a yɛde ɛba no ɛba bɛyi ɔhaw ɛde afri Ghanafoɔ so ne ahokyerɛ koraa na ne da yɛ ɔkɔ mmarahyɛ badwafie na ogina Mr. Speaker to me so na wɔne parliamentarians and amra shebedwafo no edi nkomo no e no de to dwa sɛ Brana MPP ewo opposition ya no mo pre bonto aso obeba no ensumo keka ma Ghana fo eto yasomo bi omanfo to abade ma eye MPP no opamo mampani dada John Dramani Mahama aban firi ho no ene se na ho kyerɛ wo ho ampara o si Mr. Speaker ye ba ye ahokyerɛ no ye nka se ama Ghana aye heaven de na so ni oma ye papa wo de toto emfia na NDC eti akonwa so ene yi o si e-transactions nyina ye yi tax no ye de kakra beka ho ama road tolls ye de nam mpomu a wutua wuduru wufiri kumase na akonkokwa wuduru kubase a ebi wo ho wotra koduru nkokko na wotra nyinam kakra wukosi no ho no ebi wo ho ansa no wakwa koduru poku ase ama sama ye ho nsa wamu atifi wo ba bia eno so ebi wo ho wo nipa kro no tema moto we so tetema ye adwuma nkran a every day wo beba wo betua kwa na wurefi wade wo fie kura de na ejai na no da nchen a driver fo a eye adwuma e wo sa kwan ne so kotema ne nachi Michelle Camp kakasu na nka ekọ ningo ne pram to aso akọ water region no empendo do a wobefa so da kro no wobetua ho sika enso ne yayi ni nyina de afiri ho yerofori atachira ene mobile money ena tax no kan transaction ne ho nti abaji bi bank transfers ahodo aye beye ka ho road tolls yayi ni nyina de afiri ho ena wetwa 1 billion Ghana cedis de ato wa ye de bebu amabunu se beya wo betimi anyansa no dwuma no makutamu.
Today we want to lead our young men and women to their promised land, an entrepreneurial nation of burden sharers. It is time to cross the Jordan, and as FDR said in his inaugural address, we have nothing to fear but fear itself. Anyway, with the interventions we offer through this budget and with an understanding of burden sharing, we shall unleash a new cadre of entrepreneurs and nation builders. We want to thank this august House, Mr. Speaker, for the continuous support we have been receiving over the years. We will count on you for approval and support to implement the budget for the transformation of our country. We are also appreciative of the numerous stakeholders for providing useful insights and perspectives in shaping this budget. So as we end, Mr. Speaker, let us ask Jehovah to bless us and keep us. Let Jehovah make his face shine upon us and be gracious unto us. May Jehovah lift his countenance upon us and give us peace, and bless us as children and our nation Ghana to be great and strong. Mr. Speaker, I present to you the Ajenkwa budget. Right Honourable Speaker, I pledge to move.
We ayo ora Kenneth Oforiata ene a nei okomra shebedwafie na ode Ajenkwa budget ekotudwa.
Ajenkwa budget ni mu no ene mabunu ye di kan je onum kwan ye napkofo no na yewura Kenneth Oforiata ekire mu se nyankoro paadum aba no ayenhyehye nti napkofo nka onum akomanto mu yampa hyehye bi eba na wose nipa be se mpemaduosia enson 67,000 remaining ya wonum aka ne ade no nya botere na wontwen aban no bomodin apekwa ne obefa so no atimi aboa wonum pa o kire se nhye bi efre no you start no say efira ase pe o na napkofo no obi anya ba bi di ni trafa befa dodo no na se be boa madodo no anyanyuma aye woni ebeka kire nso no aban be hu kwampa ya wodi wonum befa so nkakra nkra no woni ebeka kire obi nso anya ba bi afa budget num no wodi sanse me nyina atudwa na enum no ana o kire mu se nyankropon aya atomo nipa ba se mpem wo ha 100,000 young graduate wonum atimi afa napko enhyehye no emu no wonum ba benya mfasode pa mfasode no ani sen ane brano ye ba entity bi ade ama wonum ya no betimi aboa wonum ama ne ma nyina atimi akọ na nimu akire se mfenhia miensa entem na wonnam nkakra nkra dan wonum a na afei epia wonum sha abrabo ane asetrem nipa ba se mpem aduasa miensa 33,000 trainees nso de nyankropa adom wonna na mu esei wonum guso a wonum pa adwuma ayo ne sentini aka nsa aban bekoso na sa you start program no obesha asede aba na no ye kirekire ye mantete ne ye so wasene unya dwetire ya odi bebie wa wadwuma bi ni ade a na ama bibia atimi akonanim ama napkofo.
Mr. Speaker, this understanding of the youth employment challenge, as well as extensive consultations of stakeholders, including youth associations and educational institutions across the country, have led to the development of what we call the You Start initiative, which proposes to use 1 billion Ghana cedis each year to catalyze an ecosystem to create 1 million jobs, and in partnership with the financial institutions and development partners, raise another 2 billion Ghana cedis over the 3-year period. In addition, Mr. Speaker, our local banks have agreed to a package that will result in increasing their SME portfolio up to 5 billion Ghana cedis over the next 3 years. This, Mr. Speaker, results in an unprecedented, historic 10 billion cedi commitment in the next 3 years to the private sector and the You Start program over the next 3 years. Mr. Speaker, the NAPCO program was designed as a temporary stepping stone for young graduates for a period of 3 years. In the last 3 years, 100,000 young graduates have benefited from the NAPCO program. With over 33,000 trainees already securing jobs, government will work to ensure that the remaining NAPCO trainees are effectively supported to take advantage of the opportunities USAS presents.
Ononyafo ke no foriata manga na foto samfonsam no ana yedi kan twi ya ne akasa mu ansa na wo poto no brofo kasa mu yi
na sade wato ene budget ni din say agenkwa budget no wasa kire mu ha say munyina monitua say free 2017 ho ananado ebe so mu ano ansa na covid-19 ni beba no ne wasesa eniema bebre apegya Ghana ni monyam ne yakodo akirichirichi echen sade yebeto ye no wose sade womo MPP ba ya omefa amamu no na niema nye kra na adiskolempem na so kakra na nado de we to ano de we sha na wo fa we free ano de we koto ano afiri Ghana na abegiran na covid-19 kofebrefo ba ye na so nyina machi no wo ma ye niema ma Ghana fo nyina di wo dance yesem ampa akoyie wose sade oman no anyini a friend say growth rate no ebusafo na wo nya man na 3.4% and could do 7.0%. Just every 3% to akọ 7 ekopa ban international reserves are na 4.9 billion afedie wo mu pagya mu akodu 9.9 billion ban free SHS oh wo matimi aboa ma ene school for nkoda 1.2 million Ghanaians and atimi enya school makwa wo ko free chese wo ma no wo ma hye ne ye ama konkan pa.
Mr. Speaker, we know we can get the job done. It is well known that prior to the pandemic, we had stabilized and turned around the economy between January 2017 and March 2020. We had been able to reverse the worrying economic trends we inherited and place the country on a path of fiscal sustainability and growth. We doubled the economic growth rate from 3.4 percentage points to an average of 7% between the period. It is undisputed, Mr. Speaker, that we brought down the fiscal deficit below the 5% threshold. We improved our gross international reserves from 4.9 billion to 9.9 billion, 4.7 months of imports. We provided free SHS for 1.2 million Ghanaian students. We provided free hot meals for 3.4 million public pupils in basic schools. We supported 1.9 million farmers with improved seedlings and fertilizers through our Planting for Food and Jobs program. We provided temporary employment to 100,000 of young people through the NAPCO program. We abolished several Newton taxes. We set the nation on its biggest private sector-owned industrialization program in the history of Ghana with the 1D1F program, and we registered the biggest foreign exchange, earnings from tourists during our historic 2019 year of return program. By March 2020, Mr. Speaker, our first quarter macro fiscal indicators reflected the turnaround we had accomplished over the 3.5 years. Indeed, we had just experienced an oversubscription of our 3 billion bond issuance and set a record of the longest sovereign Africa bond of 41 years on the international capital markets as a result of strong investor confidence. Mr. Speaker, then COVID struck.
Wei uraken ofori ata di okaye efa se de oman wo meto ya na ato apia ene wotima pagya no eno no
yefiri ho na yakọ be budget nsem na emu na ne yeraken ofori ata kyerɛkyerɛ ne ma oman Ghana aban we ye MPP die baaye wode aba abebo omanfo papaapa wo kyerɛ se Ghana fo wa hotom yete ahodwo eche nkane ane yete bro no bi so a yede ameko egu yeni wo se ne nkane yi abuoi tariffs yi agina pa wo de toto ndisi ho a omutum mo na nso ene ye ba ye kra ne PURC ye hyɛ dante omonka nkane abo no agina ena na kɔde ba ye nation builder score no eno so abɛboa papaapa ena afei BCE omo ne wasifo nyina registration abayafa nti na oba ni efri JHS 3 no okotro se de enkwara itro BEC ye na yi a ye ni registration bi atua wase so registration bi atua eni ho ena no da nchen ya inflation so agina ne nice wa che amadi adanse se we have the men no enyo monum kake no bedwa na emo have the men ampa yera kanofori atache se mampani adodan kwakufu ado wahyehyɛ niema nyina yie ama wo de toto NDC aban a MPP betu na de so betena so yi a na che saban we de wo ya de okokora yes se Ghana foji tum na wo mo ebo na ba so ne no nkura ne ewie no wode 21 billion Ghana cedis ena wode ebeye sika wode beto ho se de beye a woni a epese eye nwuma ahodo a wode eboa wo mo na enwuma koyie no ni nyina ho asem oka ne sei.
Mr. Speaker, we promised to reduce the suffering of Ghanaians when we came into office, and we did just that when we came into office. Specifically, let me tell you what the government of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has done. We reduced the electricity tax cumulatively by 10.9% compared to a cumulative increase of 264% under the NDC. We provided free water for households for April, May, and June of 2020. We doubled the capitation grant from 4.5 to 10 cedis. We established the Nation Builders Corps of 100,000 graduates to build the job skills of our graduates to be absorbed into the workforce. We created jobs and stopped the freeze on recruitment in the public sector. Over 295,000 people were recruited. We abolished fees for postgraduate medical training in Ghana. We increased the share of DSCL to persons with disabilities by 50%. We exempted carrier from market tolls. We ensured the implementation of our pledge of employing 50% of the persons who manage the country's toll booths from among persons with disabilities. We expanded the LEAP by 150,000 beneficiaries. We expanded school feeding program from 1.6 million children to 3.4 and now increasing it to over 4 million. We were able to restore teacher and nurses training allowance. We abolished the 3-month pay policy for teachers. We absorbed the cost of BEC and WASI term exam registrations. We abolished or reduced 15 taxes, including excise duty on petroleum, VAT on financial services, real estate, domestic airline tickets, etc. We made it easier to apply for a common passport. We made it easier to apply for a license. We made it easier and quicker to apply for and obtain pensions in 10 days. We made it easier to buy electricity from your mobile phone. We made it easier to apply for scholarships. We made it easier to send and receive money through mobile money interoperability. We made it easier to open a traditional bank account using your Ghana card. No guarantor is now required to obtain student loans. The Ghana card is sufficient. We reduced corruption associated with obtaining public services by digitization of service delivery. We saved the NHIS from collapse by reducing arrears to service providers.
We yura Kenneth Oforiata and then Amania or Decoto. Marashabia for him, maybe Kagana Manina, our budget and no essence, and Washada fan, some noble bosso in fum, and I watch it remove Bebia, Ebia, and na a some way empty, ye betu and a more acco and humaneso. Now, ye Dr. Joseph obeying Yahweh National President Maguta, a Ghana Union of Traders Association, a dinkomo, not the Ananka Omo here, quite no mate. Na said ye, nay, Yako present budget, no, saying and a 2022 and beyond no ya hwese ebesi ewo guta ene na dwuma yemu Dr. Oyerepa FM suni majoe. Hello Dr. Ahoma no emise onte yenka na guta fo eye eku a womo ewa ano wo man Ghana mu papa na sensei de ekofa abufuo baaye ewo madwuma mu ni kire se ahoho ni titu Nigeria fo ya beji wadwuma na boso nti aban ne emfa na ba ya ye de tenetene so bi fom ewo dwadie mra ene ho hyehyeye ho a ye de ebetia no ama oni no ahunu ma ekofa nsem bebre baaye a ne nkra ye titi free Nigeria memu no de no mo pa cha se Ghana fo bi nso wo Nigeria edidwa nti se tata wo nso ebe yeden ema Dr. Joseph Oben ene ne nkrofo kan se Ghana fo wo Nigeria ya adwuma no omudi Nigeria mraso ukoni esi adwuma we ohoho onye na emo kromani na ya to ho ase na de awu betimi no ye yɛyɛ ne saa deɛ ne na yɛyɛ tie ma mu ne yɛtu koti ɛso an yɛyɛm yɛnya doctor ɛwɔ ahoma ne so a yɛde ne bɛba ne ato aso
doctor ma yɛnkɔ yɛnim yɛwura kenofori ata na ɔsɔde anopa ani agya twɛn no a fan potomanto no de kɔ mrahye odwafiem awia bɛ donko apa ho simadu ana ofra ase so kenkan kɔmasika ma Ghana fo yehunu akoma yɛde kɔ edwa so nyankropɔn yɛ adoma afeda na anumu no akyerɛ kwanuasan yɛ aban ne pɛso ɔnam so na ɔdane ɔmanum ɔkyerɛ sɛ aban ni so ade hunu ne aban no ne botaye ne sɛ ɔman no ɔbɛdane mu ama ese aba bɛyɛ mfidi nnwuma ɔho na adane sɛ yɛmfia nan ne yɛnsa anyɛ hwee ne mum yɛ ne sɛ yɛgye ne yɛdie nko a da bi sei no yɛne yɛde nan ne yɛnsa ba bɛyɛ bibi ne ade a nti sɛ deɛ pɛtɔ ka sɛ yɛde ka no sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔyɛ no entrepreneurs nation na no na ɔkyerɛ sɛ aban no ntotoe bebre paa na ntotoe no mu baako ne sɛ ɔbɛbɔ mmɔden na wahwɛ sɛ akwansidi ahodoɔ yɛ adane asusuampidie ɛde ama wɔn ne abiebie wɔn sa nnwuma nkumankuma ne adeadeɛ entrepreneurs ne wɔnum na mu yɛ ɛtete wɔnum egu bebre nnwuma no aban no bɛte n'ani ahwɛ na saa ha ahodoɔ no abɛyiyi ɛde afiri ɔnom emu baako nso ɛne sɛ wɔba bɛboa na sika wonum de ebeye dwetire afro dwumadi ase no won ye wo honom dada ne won ye afi no peso oba no wonum se atimi aka bi na afi kura so bosia bo ensi ho ani mu nsensem umba behwe no maka to ye no so yesunsum digu wonum so emegu bebre nwuma eno so aban bete na ni ahwe ave to nche ne akacha wodo ye wo so obi enya akwose bro maka skills no ya dodo no adwumafo no so wo se wonum enya ne ade ne mentorship enso wo ba betu ho na mo pa sebe ye na atimi boa na oman no se de pese da no mfidi nwuma ene yankura nwuma ene ade no atimi akose de yepe no.
The budget is intentional about building a sustainable entrepreneurial nation through fiscal consolidation and job creation. This may be an uncomfortable transition, but we are people who think deeply. We must progress and become a people who also make things happen for ourselves and the world. We must embrace this challenge, Mr. Speaker, of becoming a vibrant entrepreneurial nation. Mr. Speaker, data on the performance of the economy as at end September 2021 indicate that the implementation of the 2021 budget is largely on track. Provisional GDP data released by the Ghana Statistical Service in September 2021 indicate that overall real GDP grew by 3.1% in Q1 and 3.9% in Q2. Thus, the economy grew by an average of 3.5% in the first half of 2021 against the 0.8% in the same period.
Yo, ononya for kind of for atenti watch say nei na ni munu epese ye no anya ahogono so yes ye mfa ne bete saa nanso e wo se ye bo modern agi atumu frisia ye omane a ye dwene kwa akiri kura dada nti e wo se etim bo modern ne ye pene so se ahyase de bedin ye mpene ye tirim na ye de ne adaache no e be wie period ya maye na afei ya dan ye ho amadodo so atumi adan ye
ya kwan so ye racket of rata de tudwa se de ne anim no ya kwan no bebre na enye kakra dodo na wo masiesie wo munwie de na so muguso wo ye bia na ade ba ko a na ewo ho ne se ye wo ya kwan tempon bebre a na ye de trobut asisisi so nti wo ye droba nkwa na duru so a obetwa wo kwa obetwa wo ba obetwa empre dodo bia obekfa so bia na obetwa na wo ma hu ne se de wo ha ba miensa na aba de di kan pa ebokotodwom ne se ba bia tobutu obia no traffic etime chi sama ubetime diswa eno kwa bia sima dunum aduasa na be enam tobutu nti no wonkwa wo ma na basa ne yefe no productivity senko nipa betimi akwa adwuma ntem no ye adwuma na so aba ma ye no yentimi nya ne sa isa se tobutu na di ubere nyina ene yema bebre na ka ho nti se budget ya wode atudwa no emrahye bedwafo nya gitum pe tobutu nya ye free honom ye kwa homa so na ye ne chairman ema cooperative drivers union omo pani pa akobon komo na sana no ye ntie de fa tobutu ne ho.
Mr. Speaker, our roads need fixing and building. Our roads are being fixed. It is true that more roads have been fixed and are being fixed over the last 5 years than any relative period in the entire history of our nation. We even want to do a lot more, and this budget will cater for this. That is why for decades, governments after governments imposed and maintained tolls on some public roads to raise funds for road construction and maintenance. This is the situation in many countries. However, over the years, the tolling points have become unhealthy market centers, led to heavy traffic on our roads, lengthened travel time from one place to the other, and impacted negatively on productivity. The congestion generated at the tolling points, besides creating these inconveniences, also leads to pollution in and around the vicinities. To address these challenges, government has abolished all tolls on public roads and bridges.
We are Ewrake no Farata, the fa tobu to home and no na aja. Yapese ne asante mante mu titrenia cooperative drivers union or that woman no owura Isaac kwabena boate bo ho enkomo. Chamai majuo.
Yeah no.
Yeah that's it. Chamai tobu to the jama asamda no mate ya na me boa.
So no me joka budget to the mamu.
Wow. Na de anti na mo pese ifri wan pa so ye fri ho money agie.
Oh. Tobu to the in fact, one more the big guy, remember my last. Now, Tomu to do, we say Ghana had Tomu to be able to go through. It's a Mako. So, I had to do a go through and don't tell baby. Tomu to be also at the phone. At the phone, the the mere one card for Bilazukana, that was what happened. It is when they told to the moment say, when they are considered, they know nothing. But they move on and that's why and I got taxes and go to know. One better so that a wall, yes, you have it. But they say, you have to go to Tobu to see it. What they have prepared the cash canoe. Mo
baba to custom.
Oh, there's a Tomu to be one city. And then said the move ministry I saw was after budget, you know. I'm only a better country. After Calvia, how many taxes put to the Sudan but when the man, listen, the Tobu to Australia, yes, and what was the answer consider? Then the Kaka Crosswalk, I just idea. You might put you.
Na chama nanka me kura me bebusa say mu koba mu twa koba nyina no ma eka kakra ba nti ye every word ye kaka kakra mo nteso kakra ma yen na sa no
say u kwa one city u ba one city 2 cities e di be free have e kosi do ya me twa be en sa e di be kwa be be ya 6 cities but e ma be so u kwa no ma petrol na atabetu no abru u ma kwa u ma kwa ba abru 50 cities the 50 cities are got 8 cities in the war u kwa 6 cities in the war we do have back away so it is never bia u kwa u be bia eh say play all the catch cano send the formula near who are the do for open eh maybe this is the one about in the quantity it is obuko last week omo so omo say yema bizo can be budget no na bi ada bi fi waba it omo ti ase mai it is ya budget ya be ya ya capital was a mere petrol there the to there the say ya go for ya no if you let you go and the one that Ministry of Transport mission now we have increment
e bia na me we betwa to ye free ho no amanfo kasa ba bia tobu bia na o sa amanfo tontone ma pass se ya bedu no ai so ta kurikure no me ne akadwe ya tontone nyina bi ho e say ye free ho no ma employment A bad day, 1 bad day. Yes, Uncle Fa.
What is Udu tonso etmi kama biasa tonso to boot. Boot to me fracture. We are obi.
How got the abuaso? Oh, abuaso no.
Abuaso. Oh, amama bo kwaru so fai ya obi akoza. We will do to boot was somebody me twu ho. Sikana wo twari ne dewo. But say the go so me try fight no. Ah? And
and you do the idea, and you who be a yetum. Yeah,
I don't know, I also traffic of about 50% of the traffic. This is a rule for what? This is the mega can have one. Almost told Bossy. We are very told Jeffrey will find them. Therefore, will be able to send the growth of Pastor. But we would also told be to work in Boko, now, Quaba. That was a part of the Wakaba. That was be a lady Wakaba.
Chama yedase papa. Yene era Isaac Kwabra Boaten Santimante mu hanom Cooperative Drivers Union ono na ye tetenani hwe keketua bi papa bi wo so ntra ka me kan sembi.
Yan komra ye koba ye beka nyina bo me fasem kro na ho. Abusuafo ye sentu mika koye chini ne Dr. Francis Tando ya o ye economist onim sika semu ntoto ye papa po ye obemfuum e de nkomo se ne budget ya abai so ebeboa ananso se eho asem etisen. Doc Oyerepa FM so ni ma joy.
Yes, sir, Madam, maybe also.
Yeah, that's see about promoting waje so. And I made you say, ultimate tie budget ni bi. When tie kura na we reading no bits and pieces. Into one who enema yakani in any so kakra. Budget you want to say beboa. And also said the ahochira kese na esanyaba.
Yeah, me that's it. Michia Oyerepa etie fo nyina ni kuma fo nyina. Budget na minister de aba na de. Nyame adom me hu se yeah, 60% my expectations in the best 60-70 there. Between the na can be a budget na basa na million there. Unse omutumin de nkata na de Ghana for a yard there pa na yakasi ya na implementation ya na ayade nkakra. Ba budget na there. Nyame adna ye.
Wo no se be between 60 and 70% there ye. Ubetimi pinpoint to be fa ba ku mienu bi aka ho asem na bi aye de compare de afie atwam no ne de ntia eno akona nim nti wugi de se de mfa so pa beba.
Yo me that's it. I'm say you share budget na you share employment. I'm say and route that be me na mo kasa na me ka bi say abanye na private sector nti me man na so engineer na we say sika abaya yi amaka na ye 10 billion for 3 years no it's ade enye radical enough but we say start na de betumi ama private sector no etumi asore na am say all yi amaka say enye aban kwant be implement na mo ne certain banks bi so ba abedin sa wo so amasa sika yi no implementation no etumi abasa no we don't say politics in a bit free kakra because bank the obesha say nyama wo de atoto akwam ye no kore bi obaye bi aye enye say ukita party card ansa nti ho no de wo say minister no sa you know why there maybe won so no roto no abolish na maybe because wo say akwan na ka say ye de jisika ye but we share aban book man na sika no enso de bi aban ho do so
papa bia
to me go up contract and say aban ne kwan o de track size can so na say anadwoko uduru na omo amodje nete ho enso aban enya sa sika nti say ye ba fa kwan foforo so ya say ye sa no ye de aye ya kwan ma na ye a em say eye sa 1.7 million so aban de aba no em say sisia no ye economy no ene man no we ase ni nyina ne ye call online wo hwa America market in Yakasia, your friend is saying China, eBay one day, the Amu day do her, a day no transactions and crank of one online. No, I'm saying, associate economy now. Into share, never as a sign, I was a sound. I'm saying, electronic transaction levy, and also, a babuama, a buy any Sikana or to me, the Bob Rama, and mine also I. They are not maybe no say a buy a bit to me uncle to me aside to how did the account with unemployment Sikana or the question private sector 10 billion because in Ghana city equivalent there we are sure to $2 billion and so Ocean Development Bank or setting up the 1 billion which is about 10 million what do you call it 6 million Ghana cedis into who's entrepreneurship no Ghana economy no in city term lesson about 400 billion Ghana cedis economy now into the 10 billion for entrepreneurship 3 years not just yes kakasi although me who say a good start there but enka omo ye hono omo to just as kanum kakranka babuama enema akoso but all in all me who say but yeah adeba konso na how me kakran as a minister no so all can figures no be here over the obeka from 2017 to September October but Shana say enye dia no aka ko 2019 ye share budget deficit na 2020 ye ko share covid there but not deficit na ye share inflation figures na edu be bia be say no waka the current one nti ho kakra na there na so minister na ye selective kakra but apart from that wanya fe kakra
Doctor, there be also kasa transactions is one wasem. E say wo hwe momo yi a say ye all the telcos no omo nyina so be operate momo ni bi akwaye bank kese amanipa ye nkrofo sika billions a omo di dwa no omo nyina sika ewo phone so na aban kire say wo be increase e ho no tax no na wo de ATM de ne keke ho de aka ho no wo ni say ebetumi affect bibi ebetumi akofensu so so bi aba
in fact say aban yeah, or should be there. Then if you can't get to me, no one yan intentem. Also, Antina, Osha my more petroleum products, yeah, at what to so far because all they are buying now yan intentem, a honor not quite in Dorso. The same thing e-transaction, so I am say mobile money there. You call telcos no you do to attack with BRT while yeah, we need you free and tell you easy my mind, and man the cost of collection, conform. Compared to say, for example, 2 years is we. Omo mo de doso e wo me be bra won't me monitor car be twem ne de akọ. And the cost of monitoring the kura ne board then say the cost of sika wo be nya no nti sa ne ma say ne na aban no in easier way no mutumi nya sika de share economy no.
But then there mema wa no. Uhu ne se de niam nyina esi kwei se atoto ye niam yie ne yekoye nim e wo sa kwan ne so a ebetimi de ahoto aba na e wo man Ghana emusa sa ahoto ne nyina ye pe
de ahoto beba se tem da yo share budget na tem ya some ya kan say implementation na ayese ya ye beka ni nyina fe ne du se omo ayese omo ye adwuma na sika ne kodi omo nsem omo fa nye adwuma no akono na ese civil society organization media na nanom ne technocrat ne university for ye na yo ne nyina yetum sori gina say ade no ye de aba sika ne de ye kwakwan bia so ye be nya sa sika ne de aba enso ese ye de ye adwuma ne pe na aye kosi kwada
paska yo ya the doctor ebesi ha say wa kire ye mu papa nyame ya adom efiri kire kɔ ne be hyeda fabre na ye di saa enkomoyi budget ne ho nkomo Dr. Francis Tando economist ye say to mrika kwa homa ne so bio ya Joseph Obey national president Guta wa homa ne so Dr. Majwe
Joseph
ya da asesa fe de ye nya wa homa yi so ene Guta fo mate say asem a ede anaso say ayedada no a
yeah, some no benchmark value. Now, I show the intention. Say, say, we benchmark in the floor. And tell my best starting on from my by young, so no, tell me about it. Say, I buy me Sinkunya. Said, what promise here, and of course, what catch is only be Sinkunya. Some could see no Maya, who be entering for the dear saying you come. Because benchmark value, no, by because of a problem. The problem so I now annoying duty rates now you see no na to say binni if you have another baby ɛna wɔn ahu sɛ wɔn ɛsɛ wɔn nya kwan ɛde so yɛn fi eti sɛ wɔn reverse policy na sɛ wɔn san de akɔ te di adada no na menyi ni sɛ aban bɛta sɛ obia ɛkɔ n'anim aban tumi ntwe nkɔ akyire ɛmfa yɛn kɔhyɛ wɔn ha kɛseɛ mu eti na sɛ benchmark no na apɛ sɛ ɔyɛ wɔ biribi a ɛkunyasie na wobɛsi na ɔne yɛ nyinaa tena ase na ɔsɛ kwan a wobɛfa so a wode bɛsɔ yɛn fi ɛno na yɛgye sɛ nti ɛnɛ ɛka budget no wie yɛ a ɛna mene Madam Honorable Dukua, Deputy Minister for Trade, our young responsible for Medjedi. Then the Kasa said, and when you are one share, 1 year, she had a choir, your policy makers, no, and the start, yes, I was 1 year, share a choir, young court yet the other than no moment, the solution, my say so ye for now just before NCUDPA then yes be a woman year manufacturing and the UDPA you know equal stakeholders you know you can't any could you know you can't and the industrialization and say yeah what yeah you need one my industrialization I come one be one if we na any because yang and yes there was very clear your man it could do final consumer no if yang you Ethiopia trading sector no into pon agadi into pon ejekru Ethiopia vibo supernipa so tete e de agadi e na titi Ethiopia elinti sir when bu agati am ofia dem mo ko kase will be a manufacturer ti manu kwa na obo no na grab the ye break covid dey abese yekumi freight charges akosro commodity prices akosro afia we introduce new taxes VAT no gikawo ina abeso yekumu na one says I na benchmark value na no move as so your fee every 2019 no which we year no ama jadi etumpo na say we go jadi because some dey call it me enswa enswa ye na we do pesa be ka
say na o say that benchmark value ni wansem and also say ama enswa na pipeline Ewomu. Okay, what's a mock and say benchmark value.
So what say is our policy no more every review 50% for some specific products. The pastor what you say. And now specific products no we now your members. We now your members you want no if we hear we get you one more button biscuits, one more button animal products say Namwa you know you cover ever your baby number in the year 83 1 Tanya many na any hardware electrical any plastic one more plastic pharmaceutical Tanya many no who be here to the passa the idea na man for the boy no akoma now it just be a one more year for restricted items and all that will be a plan on what they are the whole benchmark value now or the buyer because what the provision as an officer no possible everything decided on which attempt to reverse the policy. And yet try to direct to specific area. And anything I say a trans in using Kuna, you don't think of it, you are who are buying a say, the idea for brand, yes, for your bread. Now, I say, yeah, common traders, and then see, and now you will be back as well, manufacturer. When you are the manufacturers, you know, and you have 45% advantage, and more, and we are so. You duty between 20% to 35%, you know. Woman, shall be zero rated, woman, cost require 5%. And so now, VAT, you near man now, Bayandino. Abandon, woman, Elio, Omasandima, Yabai, and Sadi Omad Mom. It's in the Kafra, and that's already no more advantage. It's had internet, Sayaya, which is not buying up a solution beyond my area. One more bit me, I can say, in year dealing for no more cars, you will get year dealing for winning the almost science, almost half a back or say, so we year dealing for, and yet one more benchmarking up that woman in Manaso de, almost rabbi, a barman uncle. But what an argument that seems you come just for digger. Riti wina no kumase fu agadi fu no come yam to amon ka ma kuma to yam na omo fa omo mu yitidom eme ya hoden ye ne aban trase na ye didi say aban so bi tia so pem na high na ni wunda no on sanfiem kom na ye binya dina bia papa ni na ye din sa so e dia po man.
Doctor Yedu besi adase papa panya bia me free check we be sign aba.
Okay.
Dr. Joseph Obin ye na president ma Guta ono na akire said the ne budget no Guta fo ehu no no metwa ho mfoni o kire se sa benchmark eyi no eneso afo no se e be review no on hwe na de ekeka ba no anhwe ye de asem ebebre omanfo no yetu anamoni akomanti fimantem kropon tamalemu enkramokuo bi wo ho ya wo mo de Al Mukalasum Muslim Society na de odawa no eye Ustas Dana Gurundo ene wa friends mtofo nhia mu de ato anim say ene tamalefo mebunu mamu wani bi titiriw ene maya no ene sebe mema ware mema ne mai ware mantrum ntuni bi no mo ye wo tamale na kremosum kire ne kokokokokokokokoko Bible kura chi wo so obi koye sa ya chi na yensi na buonku no sa na yen Bible na yekita no eka na ene o ma press conference say wa aboyesefo no ne agasefo ne gutamale ho na ene wo mo pese wo mo de sa amamere fon no ebi ba ho no no ene wo ya shom passe wo dan ne kurenhim kekantum sa ko rampase no mo betetew o mo se wo fa soro mbe fa soro wo fa fo mo be hia wo o mo de kwan bia ne mmra ena say black power duro kura o mo de be fa so achew ne ya chew de a ye de ensa be kan fine said the Quran no e kan pepepe Ustaz Dano Gurundo
this morning is nothing but a doom that is about to happen, and the cause of the doom is LGBTQ, which means the L means lesbianism, the G means gayism, and the B means bisexual, and what do you call it? The T means transgender. All these are nonsense, and we are here to fight it with all our strength and power, and we will never rest until we have until it's gone with us, inshallah. And another thing, the shower girls. This is an alert to them that they should leave Tamale before it's too late, because we are preparing a serious preparation. We're not joking. We are preparing. Al Mughalisun is ready to fight, and we are about 300 members. 500
so when
members.
you say you are preparing, is it guys, machete, or is it spiritual?
Okay, you are right. For now, we are using two things. Islam means peace. We will never fight somebody with a gun or a machete. But what we will use is that we are going to use spiritual. For now, we are praying hard on them. God will destroy them. He will destroy them immensely. And another thing, we are going to fight them with our words and money, because we want people to help. We want people to help. They are helping us with money that we can use to appropriate action. So, but if we happen to have such a person, in fact, only God and Lord can tell what will happen to you. For now, we can't tell, but what will happen to you, only the Allah will can tell. Inshallah. There's something. If persuasion fails, then force must be applied. Only God can tell the meaning of this. But many people, everybody interpret it how we want it. But only God can tell. But if they decide not to pass the will again, and then go around and do some kind of some kind of comedy things and funny things, we will know how to handle things in Tamale here. It should be doing somewhere. They will fuck a men's anus somewhere, but not in Tamale here.
Abrante Ustas Dano Nasama Wakani, Nebusiafo, what so no say LGBTQI plus bill na beto parliament no. Ma MPs ne kwaya honko kwasa fire and sanko fufa ho. Omo passe na omo ampase omo asemo awon kan na Tamale de omo aso be passe omo mra ho.
Here we will pass our own will. I'm Mughalisun with the kings and the malams, the sheikhs here will gather together and then pass our own will in Tamale here. Nobody can die. Put me inside this, because I'm ready to die. And this is an advice to every woman and every man. Parents in general. You see, if you have a kid who is attending the SHS and so forth, or JSS, your boy, if your boy or girl is having a smartphone, make sure that every week you go through it, because the LGBTQ now they are using the boys through their pornographic movies. The boys.
Na ne kwakra mu no e no chese Al Mughalisun ekuyi wo mo de o mo ani chiri say your bema ne bema, say your ba ne ba, say your ba kra ne bema enye ukunu a eno de ya mo na emo o mo ka kire wo say emra ewo ho a ye fa so e de ye bibia e wo man ni mu na LBGT hwan ne kura de enye kura ye nka ho asem e wo nipam ebusuafo wei ene nsam wa free tamale
le no mu hye wi ametu akotena ho
obeto tofia ko ma wo mo
no je ho be sefa ntimitu akotena ho ho be kama
sa o sin kan do betimi atena kuma se no wa ba obra bia na mo tamale de emfa ma ho
on se akua
ya wo se puturum ntu betimi
aye
tamale asase ni chi
on se ne
odi bi na ye chewa don no be ya odi o so munim se
o si nyame kwa ne
nyame kura ne nim
ano se parliament bill na abeto mo mpaase o so mu be paase o mu de o tamale on se baby aduru no nyempa ebone sa human rights sem ne baby I was say any brebem because any ye jani pa nipa be bodam ni kwan so se ye hwema nipa bodam
kwan so se ya ne nkrofo ofa moa ni ye giregyira so sa ne fa moa
so
for boss about electrical say yan kan kire mu nyina say wo pe nkane a wo pe wo yesa brane nche ne beto bi say do ode aba pa manfo atu aguso a wo so no fi a ebusa wo yesikani ni say wo de bo obi aba ebo na efo pa na wo de hye wo holder na mu a na eno e charge wo ti edum nkane a na no aso shirei tubo say obi a fie yetum area ho yetum na so da no de ho nyina nkane a shirei boss aba na de bia e de aba ne for efo so abusa eno so baba ye nchen wo boss aba building here edum prison roundabout ba ko Posego Lane Sembra Hotel opposite honum and a PZ and theater ko for da na mu utu akoton na auto na makoma ko brazil ya na mu friend 0541 125 339 na muntien ye hwe maame bia ye fra no Faustina Dowuna maame Faustina imre bia atwemu na oye adwuma wo PNT e won kran ene kumase hanom na owura bia fra no Daniel Asare make say Holland ene wo ono hia maame pa eti wa woni maame ye fra no Faustina Dowuna imre bia atwemu na oye adwuma PNT enkran ene kumase ano chrochro number ene fama no mai why so ono aso na etie ya wontie omfre owura bi ya ye fra no James kan no so wo sports council enkran I was 0244 98 45 46 0244 98 45 46 anase maame na ye kana sawanti fosi wo be fra ura Daniel Asare na mu e Holland number dey 0031 624 900 754 maame fabiem 0031 624 900-754.
Ye ka kire mo se classic ointment nso ye ointment so nko aba beboa honam ani ensansan ne nyoma egu honam ani honam ho ye nsra nkokwan ntu wo ho apenkupa na efa sra enye nku ebepo wo ase wo kala na emum de ebeyi honam ani nyoma basa nyina firi ho ebi te se kro afi pimples ne apropro obo ho woro ne mpabo ato ho a eche totobi na kraman be fa de akọ yare wo na ase enti pedro fa ye kakariwi ye ring worm tonkwada titiru etire ho etimi kra to ni pedua no skin ne mu na ano aye pipiripi with the classic ointment esra so a emane ya kama eyi ehwo dandruff efiri ho odepo aye ha mampompo ene afei kaka gye a ye nipa nsai na afei enkuda ekuro bi wo ho akuapini kai sa adane akisikuro wo de aduro hyem engu wo the classic ointment ye ho adwuma eyi firi ho kora emane ma nyina kɔ yie pebi to ofrisha ba ko ensanso wadum Kolena Keba, Misty Heba, Freddie Men's Heba, Promise Heba, ne pharmaceutical and Heba shops Ukumasi nyina. Ye ka musenkai boy FDA edo one stamp so agiatum. High Sense say kancha musa 2021 Black Friday big sales no eba so. High Sense dey oba ya che na wada ne ho adi sane mapanko a e na wo mo eye. Nyame yadomo a e kine ye efiada ebe na wotwe 26 November kusi 30th November eye enefua mako enan eye 4 days only. Nefua 926 ekosi 30th November na omo eye Black Friday big sales no shane nso sane mapa wo pato eye appliances a wodi ko fie nyina de eye kama de eye stylish de ko yie kama se eye technology ema efa ene nyoma nyina akọ nanimu no ni nyina eye high sense fo wo se enka nche so mo promo nyoma wo ton bie eye television afi fridge refrigerator chest freezer ibi air conditioner gas cooker washing machine smartphones sound system water dispenser microwave oven blenders rice cooker kettle and iron dia na wo pe edi akofie nyame wadom so na nneema nyina ya abobɔ so yi wutimi to ni nyina bɔ mu prɛko ne wato adi ɔmama 5 years manufacturer defect warranty ɛne sɛ mfie no mu no wutimi ba na sɛ bibi asɛe wɔ ho ana bibi techema ɔmbɛgye kora no masesa de ama wo ɔmo showroom so dɔɔso enkran bebre wɔ hɔ Kumasi anso so ebi ɛwɔ ha to anamo kɔ edum Kumasi de ne yedum kofo clinic dan no a emu ɛhɔ ɛna high sense fo wɔn ɛwɔ hyɛne nso ne kɔ na ɛkɔkɔ gibi na ɛfa kɔ si ofie bro nyan efie bɛyɛ de afie deɛ sɛ covid no enso krase yɛ sɛ wɔn ne party no mi anyɛ mo so bebre saa obenya ɛka kɔtena baabi te sɛ maame bi kan ratro sɛ latrine park wokɔtena latrine park hɔ a n'agya
akua jaja na covid ne hu kuro mu o mu hyɛ mmara sɛ me mo peso mu a ne buso sakra wo no ya hu ne ɛkɔ so sɛ adwa yi ase you ani ne nkɔ enso nkyerɛ sɛ etufo bɔne sɛ kotu fa so na ɛkye wo de ankɔ na abɛkɔ de wate ga ja ko tu sɛ pa cha bɔ mɔde fa twu se kama pa pɔsen kama bidie wom enti ekum yam kro stomach ulcer sɛ wo de ka cha ko toothpaste etwu se bidie ne kɔ yam ne ade no na boa ma na wu machine ye fita pipe man carbon bu anum ti bo modern pekel charcoal toothpaste Samara company limited ya mapod ya ba adwaman so no ba ko ene kel charcoal toothpaste a obi ampe bi mfantwi ne semofra ya woni mfrinhyiansia enka ho Over Frezal 246864798 0246864798 eso na kel charcoal toothpaste wajo de Tide naturopathic clinic and